up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. Thank y'all so much for tuning in once again. So I am back with another reaction video. We have a few clips of women complaining about men and dating, and I wanted to share this because, you know, I come across these videos all the time, and I want to share them because it just shows you the mentality of a lot of women and the complaining they have for men, but we never hear women talk about the changes that they could make to get better outcomes. So I think as much as women complain about men, they got to start looking at themselves and start to figure out what they can do to better their outcomes and not just focus on what the men are doing. But I want to go ahead and get into this video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is free to subscribe, share, and like the video, and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
I am so effing tired of the amount of emotional labor that comes with dating Black men. I am so tired of the lack of commitment, the lack of support, the lack of encouragement, the lack of money. Like, I don't know what to do from this point on, but I can tell you one thing. My interest in dating another Black man is like 1% at this point. They want us to be ride or dies until they get their shit together, and then they don't want to support us in return. They don't want to commit to us. They don't want to marry us. But then they want all the benefits of being a husband without actually proposing to us.
Now, I think, okay, and once again, I wish women would start to speak for your own experience, because I have a Black man and my Black man does not act like that or move like that. I see a child in the back seat, so I'm going to assume that she has a child. And the first question most men will ask is, where's the father? A lot of men don't take single mothers seriously. They don't want to take on that extra responsibility. And I think a lot of women who are a lot of single mothers get offended by that, but you got to understand that when you make that decision to become a single mother, these are some of the things that you're going to face when trying to date, you know, men that are not your baby's father. Let's continue.
I need someone who's intentional in every single aspect.
I know I can't be the only one. I just feel like women might not be for me. Like, I was telling my favorite this, like, I just think that women are not for me. I just don't like the games. I don't like the complication. I want peace. I want straightforwardness. Like, you don't even have to be perfect, but just be for real. Like, please be for real. I think I'm gonna tap out, y'all. I'm not gonna go to the other side, but I'm just tapped out.
So you guys, let me tell you how God works for me. I was dating someone and I prayed every day about him and my husband, my future husband. I prayed that if this person is not what they portray to be, or not what you envision for me in my life, to remove them. I did really like this person. He was nice. We went on a date. Everything was good. But he texted me and said, I just don't think that I'm the right person for you. Can I tell y'all how horrible that felt? It felt so horrible to have dealt with someone for a month, went on a date, everything's great, and for him to text you that the next day. Well, 2 days later. Doesn't feel the best. But that is why prayer is so important. That is why staying in the Word is so important. Because that was something that God didn't need for me. He didn't want that for me. And right now, I've made a vow to just totally cease. I am so tired. God has greater for me. And, yeah.
I just want a good man. Like, I truly just want a good man. And I am to the point to where I am tired of dating. Like, I've dated so much. It's not even fun anymore. It's tiring. And it just comes to a point to where it's like, I want to be loved too. I want to be taken care of too. I want to, you know, have a companion too. I want to have a partnership with someone too. I want to trust and confide in someone too. But these men today, at least the ones I've been dealing with, are so mean and ugly, and they don't care, and they love bomb, and they breadcrumb, and it's just, I'm so drained. I'm tired. I could shed a tear, but I don't want to on here. Like, I'm so tired.
What is this love bombing and breadcrumbing? All these new terms to describe men is crazy to me. Love bomb and breadcrumb. What is all of that? You know, all that to say that the guys that you are attracted to are not really attracted to you in that way. They don't see you as wifey material, or they don't see you as somebody that they want to take seriously. That's it. And I think once again, and I gotta keep saying it, this boils down to women not seeing themselves. What is it about you to where you keep attracting men who aren't attracted to you in the way that you need them to be? Y'all gotta start looking at yourselves. I'm telling you. Women are so oblivious to their nature, they don't even see it. They keep saying, why these men keep doing this? I want love. Why I can't find that? Because it has a lot to do with you too. What are you what's the conversation that you're having with these guys? What is it that you want? Are you prioritizing letting them know what you want? Are you presenting yourself for what it is that you're looking for? Do you want to be a wife? Do you want to be married? Are you presenting yourself as marriage material? Are you presenting yourself as the type of woman to be respected, to where you demand respect from a man? There are men out here who want marriage, but are you the material that they're looking for? But we're delusional to that because everybody's a 10, all the women are great and the men are the problem. But so y'all not focused on yourselves. That is why a lot of women are out here single. They don't see themselves. You don't see how you're presenting yourself. One thing I can tell you, when men see these tattoos and they see these things on your nose and all of that, they form an opinion about that, whether y'all like it or not. Men form opinions about women who have these things on them. And they tend to look at you and put you in a category. And I know women don't like it, but that is the fact. So these nose rings, these tattoos and things like that, men put you in a category and they assume what they assume about you. Once they do that, it's like, oh, they can't see you past what they assume. They can, even you could be cool and all that, but somehow most of the time they're not looking at you as wifey material. You cool and all, but do they see themselves long term with you? A lot of times they don't. Let's continue.
I don't get why I'm still single. I don't get it. I'm a catch. What is going on in my life where I don't have a man? Or are my standards too high? Do I box myself in a corner all the time? Like nowadays, men today want to be chased. What happened to masculinity? What happened to chivalry? What happened to men courting women? Back in the day, dating was so much easier and it was fun. Today's dating is hell. The talking doesn't go as far as the actual app. There are no, oh, let me take you out to dinner. Let's go catch a movie. Let's go to a cafe and get to know each other. What's with all the endless text messages? What happened to men actually planning dates? I do not chase men. I don't do it. I did it once, will never do it again. My biggest ick is a guy that can't hold a conversation. Now, I gotta talk the whole goddamn date. I hate it. I don't got time to be dating no guy that don't have no money. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to sound shallow, but I've dated broke men my whole life. I have. Now I'm in a place where I have money and I want to travel and I want to see the world. I don't want you to buy me nothing because I can buy it myself. That's not what I want. I want you to have the financial stability to pick up and go on the trip. That's all I'm asking. You're just very intimidating. What the does that mean? How do I come off intimidating when I'm the most socializing person ever?
I'm gonna hold y'all hand when I say this. And this is no shade to anybody who communicate with me, trying to talk to me, etc. Okay? Y'all, dating is so exhausting overall. Like, not with just a particular person, but just overall, right? And y'all heifers and y'all men, y'all might think, like, you know, cracking and whatever y'all doing in y'all daily life is fun and all, but it gets to a point where it's like, okay, can we be for real? Like, can we honestly be for real? It's the having to text back everybody the same damn thing. They asking what you doing. How's your day? People planning dates. Nice and cool. Okay, get that. But it's like, can we talk about just how exhausting it is? Like, it just be a lot. Like, why can't it already be like I'm just in love with you, you in love with me, let's start a family, let's get married, etc. You get what I'm saying? But instead of that, we get everybody playing games. Nobody knows how to effectively communicate. Nobody knows or wants to show their feelings, their emotions, etc. Everybody dealing with childhood traumas. Everybody thinking about who gonna dog them first, or if you gonna get the first lick. Like, y'all, I'm tired. And then it's like, you got people coming back into your life who didn't see your value the first time. And it's like, why you ain't see it before? And it's like, who you think I am? Like, it just be, yeah. Like, y'all picking up what I'm putting down. And then for me too, like right now, like I'm so in my business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm already overstimulated. You know what I'm saying? But like, not overstimulated with my business, but it's also like, sometimes I can't text back as fast, etc. And I know y'all can be like, if you really like the person, you gonna text back. And it's like, no, seriously, like I've been locked in with myself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, when I can spend time with somebody or when I can text back, I'll do that. You get what I'm saying? But right now I'm just so locked in.
And that's the problem. You know, there's a saying that the older you get, the harder it's gonna be for you to actually be able to correspond with the man in a intimate, real relationship way, because you get so stuck in your own way of living. You know, the older you get, the more difficult it's going to be to actually be in a relationship for real, because you've established your way of living. You've established how you know, and you've gotten comfortable with the way that you're living your life and you don't want to alter it. So I just think it's interesting how women complain about dating and the state of dating, but then at the same time you don't really have time to date. If you want to date somebody and your intentions is to build a relationship and have a family and all to get married, you have to be intentional. You have to show the man that you really are interested in, that you want this, and you have to make those intentions known. But if you're too busy to do that, then that's going to be a problem. He's going to move on to the next. Let's continue.
That's what I'm saying. Dating is really exhausting, and y'all might be like, oh girl, dating is fun. Where? And let's add the whole coaching mechanism. Like, I don't want to coach nobody. And then everybody gonna say, well, you know, some people don't know how to love, and some people might not have had to do it in their last relationship, etc., etc., etc. And it's like, I'm gonna try again in the wintertime.
I don't care what anyone says, and we can argue in the comments, but dating right now in 2024 is the hardest thing that I've ever done in my entire life. I could probably pass the bar exam right now and it'll be easier than dating. And I'm so serious. Now, I'm not saying that everything in life has to be easy, because it shouldn't, right? That's life. Things are going to be hard. Things are going to be tough, but it shouldn't be this hard. Dating shouldn't be this hard. It just shouldn't be. And the fact that majority of us single people are all experiencing this hardship leads me to believe that something isn't right. There's something, it's just something that's off. I don't know what it is, but it shouldn't be this hard. And the fact that it is this hard and other people are complaining about it and struggling with it leads me to believe it can't be us. It has to be the thing.
But what's the thing? What you mean it can't be you? You part of it? That's the problem. Women are out here dating and not realizing that they are part of the problem. They don't see themselves. And this is why it's so difficult. It's interesting to see how on one hand, women, young, relatively young women are complaining about dating. But then on the other hand, you see other women and men getting married. You see young women, 25, 26, 27, 28, getting married, building families. So if you go down this rabbit hole of watching these women complain about men saying the dating pool has got pissing in it, it's so hard, just go on YouTube. There are young couples getting together, starting their families, getting married, building houses, all types of stuff. How is it that on one hand, these people are able to establish relationships and bonds and families, while the rest of y'all are over here crying, talking about something's wrong with the men and it's not you? No, that's the problem. You're too focused on the wrong thing and you're not focused on yourself. And you're pointing the fingers, and so you're not making any adjustments or changes. And this is why you say stay stuck. We're living in an era of independent boss chicks who don't need a man. This is how they're leading. They're going out here thinking that they're the prize, and when they're talking to these men, they're talking from that standpoint. And so men, as soon as these men pick up on that, they're like, nah, I'm good. These men are paying attention. As soon as you talk that boss chick, these men are like, nah, I'm out. And that's just how it is. But women don't realize that. They're going out here thinking they're leading with the way they're talking, and it's not what these men are looking for. Let's continue.
Something about the dating has to change, because it just can't be it. I can't keep living like this. And I don't want to quit. But ooh, I'm so close. I'm this close to giving up. Like, do y'all see? That's how close I am to giving up. I'm finna throw the towel in for real.
Why y'all don't ever talk about how exhausting dating is? For all my single people, for you people that's in happy, healthy relationships, good for you. Cookie or small parade. But nah, it's like, bro, here we are again, asking the same questions, the same first dates, the same cycle, bro. I'm sick of. I just wish it was a way that, like, when you see somebody you're interested in, it's a screen that pops up and it automatically tells you, like, their red flags, their green flags, what they're good at, what they're bad at, this and that. Before we get kind of deep into it, and now I realize I don't like you. We kind of don't have things in common, and you kind of lied about some shit, because I feel like you said what you had to say to get me, and now that I'm here, I'm realizing you're not what I'm looking for, and now I have to start over. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, what the like, it's exhausting me. I'm just ready to jump into that and, be happy and, just like the rest of you in relationship folks out there.
Yeah, and what I would say as a relationship folk, relationships are all about happiness. That's another thing with a lot of these people get into relationships and marriages. They're looking for all this great, happiness all 24/7, and then they think something is wrong when that ain't happening, and then their feelings get involved, and then they're like, oh my God, I thought this was gonna make me happy. I'm supposed to be happy, and then when you're not happy 24/7, you think something's wrong with the man and the relationship, and then you walk away. So relationships and marriage is not just about being happy 24/7. It's work that you got to put in. You're taking two individuals that are flawed, and you're bringing them together. You're meshing them together so that they can create something amongst themselves. That is not always easy. But if you're committed and you know that you care for this person, that's what marriage is about. Making a connection, making a bond between two people that you're gonna work through the differences and the issues, and you're gonna make it work because you love each other enough to do that. That's what it means. It's not meaning you're gonna get with somebody, everything could be so happy all the time, you know what I mean? And then when it's not, it's time to go. No, that's not how that works. So everybody's out here looking and chasing happiness. And when you don't get it, you think something's wrong. And then they only worry about their happiness, not the happiness as a group overall, but only their happiness. So the goal is for a man to just make you happy. His happiness doesn't matter. It's all about yours. That's something the mentality has to change. I said it, the mentality of how women think has to change in order for them to get what they want. And the reason they're not getting it is because they don't see themselves. They only see men as the fault, and men see them now. So men back in the day, stepdads didn't understand. They thought it was an honorable job to take on a woman and her 3 kids. And they did that. They came into that household and took care of them kids and was there, the man in the house. Not the man of the house, but the man in the house, because that woman was running that house. But he was there, and he thought it was an honorable thing to take care of her and her kids and raise them kids and do what he needed to do for them, but realized that was a thankless job. And it didn't benefit him, and he realized the consequences, but there were men who were still doing it. Now men are saying, hell to the no, we're not doing that. We are not the old step crash dummies of the 80s and the 90s. We're not doing that. We're not taking on single mothers. We're not doing that. We're not coming and paying all your bills. We're not running behind you for what? There's no reason for us to do that. So either you gonna get on our program, or we all just gonna be single by ourselves. This seems to be what's happening. And a lot of women don't like it, of course, because even though there are a group of women who say, we don't need you, we want you, and we can take care of ourselves, they still want men to take care of them. And they still want to have men in their lives. So look, something has to change. And I don't think it's all on the men. I think women have to reevaluate themselves, look a little deeper, and realize that they are part of the problem. So once again, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, you guys. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye.